Hello, welcome to Craig's Gun Channel. I just wanted to give a quick update on the bump stock ban. As it stands now, it appears that no court is willing to issue an injunction on this unconstitutional act. I am very disappointed in this news, as the ramifications could be catastrophic. If you recall, in my initial report on the bump stock ban, I stated that I thought bump stocks were useless. I stand by that statement. They serve no truly useful purpose. Unlike an actual machine gun, which can be used to deliver covering fire or breach a fortified position, a bump stock is only useful for fun at the range. The claims that they were used in the prior events in Las Vegas are dubious at best. While they may have been found there, I would be very surprised if they were actually used. When using a bump stock, the ability to aim with any degree of accuracy is practically impossible. The firing solution size and angle required for the Vegas shooting essentially preclude one from being used. However, it did make a good scapegoat, as for some reason it's easier for some people to blame an object for such a horrific act as opposed to blaming the person who perpetrated it. My main issue with the ruling made by the ATF is that the proper, correct, and constitutional process was not utilized. If the administration and the powers that be want to ban them, then the correct constitutional thing to do would have been to pass a law to do exactly that. Instead, an unelected bureaucracy has been allowed to reinterpret clearly defined legislation to arrive at a conclusion that changes the legislation itself. The ATF does not have the constitutionally delegated power to do what it did. If this stands, it will allow the possibility for further bureaucratic infringement of our Second Amendment rights. For example, all a bump stock does is allow a semi-automatic firearm to be bump fired easier. It is possible to bump fire a firearm with nothing more than your finger if you master the technique. So it's conceivable that the ATF could therefore rule that since no other device is needed to allow bump firing, and that bump fire stocks are now machine guns because they allow a firearm to be bump fired, then all semi-automatic firearms are essentially machine guns. It may sound dramatic, but make no mistake, they've already changed the definition of what a machine gun is. What's to stop the next decision? As it stands now, if you're in possession of one of these devices, it will be a felony. You're subject to fines of up to $250,000 as well as 10 years in prison. Furthermore, since this is an enforcement via the federal tax code, asset forfeiture comes into play as well, meaning that anything that you own in conjunction with the crime of ownership can be seized. For example, if you're traveling in a vehicle with your bump stock and are caught, your vehicle can be seized. Please keep in mind, the ATF can be, and often is, relentless in their prosecution. As developments continue, I'll keep you up to date, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Thanks for joining me, and as always, until next time, stay safe.